Borderlands, the game that started my whole YouTube channel in the first place, and the game that I always not too much talk about the whole narrative story, and I I kind of have not been quite on that because it's not how other games are, not quite as much active on the multiplayer game and anything else. But I want to sit here and talk about it because I saw my friend playing Borderlands 2, and that instantly triggered me of Borderlands 3, because I remembered back in the days when I was playing Borderlands, before I even do it on my YouTube channel. I love the Borderlands series so much. Like I could play it non-stop without getting tired of it. But you know, I got older and I did, and there was other games that could satisfy my need, like others, but yeah, we could talk about that differently. But yeah, I remembered about Borderlands 3, about it coming soon, but they never give out a specific date of the year. I don't care about 1 month, I just care about the year in general, so I can know how long do I need to wait for the hype up. Like right now, Black Ops 4 is next month. It's next month, guys. Like, there's gonna be so much content, and I still haven't gotten the Black Ops Pass, and I'm really mad about that, but I'm gonna get that. Get that pretty much like somewhere before it comes out. I'm gonna try, but that's not today's video. So we're gonna talk about not Black Ops. Today we're gonna talk about Borderlands 3. So if you guys don't know like the whole Borderlands story, I'm only gonna do like a brief summary of my own knowledge of the game and not in depth, because there's other videos that can do that, and I can only do what I know. So yeah, so let's kick it off with the original. So the original game, Borderlands, what made it so good, the graphics it looks kind of like crap, but it evolved from that. But when I play it still looks majestic, because how new and old gen games are, I still prefer old gen games are, because like they try to make it look so clean and better, if you guys can understand what I mean. So sorry about the whole nonsense of talking, so let's get right into Borderlands. So Borderlands, you play as these 4 characters, which are Vault Hunters. Vault Hunters are people that collect bounty, and they collect stuff for either money, shields, weaponry, all sorts of stuff like that, or their character upgrades, which is this one. There's 4. I can only remember like 4 of these characters. I'm surprised I remember these. So in Borderlands you have 4 characters. You got Roland, which is a man who spawns in a turret to defend him. Lilith, which is a siren, which is like a unique type of tribe or whatever. She has her own special powers when she fades out, and she fades back in with the Magnora's Pass. Fun fact about her is when there's like 3 or 5 of her kind, so that would makes her unique. And you got Mordecai, who throws in his birds and very skilled with his sniper shots. And you got Brute. I don't even remember his name. It was a big guy. He's a brute, so his ability is just his strength. So he just gets in a berserker rage mode, and he punches things. It's a basic 1 hit, but if anybody has a bigger health than him, then it takes multiple hits, like 1 or 2, possibly 4 or 5. I don't remember his name. I can't believe it. I can only remember 3 of those names. I can't remember the big guy's name. I'll look into that and comment it down, or leave in the description of his name. But yeah, you're these Vault Hunters that travel into these new cities. I don't remember all this crap, guys. So if I miss a detail or 2, don't get angry. It's just I have not played this in over a couple of years now. I just finished that with my channel. So guys, give me a slack of break. So you play as one of these 4 characters, and you go onto this journey of finding the vault. The vault is when it's basically what Vault Hunters are for, but a vault is when it has like a lot of things in it. It could be money, gold, weaponry, upgrades. It's basically that, but more like efficient, like more. I don't know how to explain that, but long story short, you find it, and it's not really treasure. You defeat this giant monster, which is the Destroyer, I believe so. And you also have a guardian angel there too, helping you, but she's kind of pointless in a way. But you know, they put it in there because she is useful in some sorts. So you find out that the vault was really a monster, not treasure in there. Yada yada yada. So there comes to Borderlands 2. So this one, it ties in with the old story a little bit, because those 4 characters protect, well, 2 out of the 4 protects the city of Sanctuary, and where its people is, which is Lilith and Rowan. And then Mordecai sets off in his own little home or whatever. And I don't remember the other guy's name. I'm just gonna call him Brute because it fits his characteristic style. So he becomes a scab or some sorts. And all 3 Borderlands, there's these like guys, enemies. There's different kinds of enemies you can face, which is spiders, scab dogs or whatever, bandits. Those are the guys you see on the covers of the video game. If you guys ain't been paying attention, because you know 2018 who actually looks at that. So yeah, those are the guys that you kill on the normal basis. They're more common than any other enemy, besides the bigger maniacs with the frequency experiments with the big arm and the short one, and they carry around like these buzzsaw axe. Jesus, I can like remember all these stuff from so little what I played. But yeah, let's get right back to what I was saying. So so there's these new characters of Law Hunters that you play as. You got Zero, which is the ninja assassin, and you got Maya, which is a siren, and you got what's his face? Oh yeah, Salvatore, my favorite character. That dude rocks it with the 2 guns. And I don't remember the other guy's name. He's basically the same thing with Roland, but with the turn and all. I think it hops on with you or whatever. I don't know how that works. So same idea concept, but you have a threat now named Handsome Jack. He's the leader of this corporation called Hyperion. They're also a different type of enemy you face. But in this one, they introduced something very new. So not too much, that you can have these cool items they have. So there's these things called iridium. It's the stuff that came from the earth, and you can use that to buy stuff to upgrade your inventory of your guns. And you also have a safe to store your weapons. And back when I was saying about the iridium thing, you can upgrade your magazine clips, magazine ammo on any of your guns. But these are kind of rare to find. Well, not rare, but like it's rare. You won't get them as much common as you would as any other thing. That's how I would say it. But yeah, that's all I can say. And they introduced these evolving things called elemental weapons. It's when like you put any elemental attachment to any guns, and it becomes pretty good. So you got your normal basis gun. And they also had this in Borderlands. I don't know why I didn't say that earlier. So you got fire, lightning, corrosive, which is acid, and explosives, which is pretty deadly. But yeah, there's also all these legendary items. They're basically like a Fortnite, but with different color rarities of the guns. But they all have their own special and unique abilities. And same thing before, you can have take up other side missions, do other quests for XP boost, or to gain skill ability. Skill abilities when you upgrade your skill ability to have more stuff on it to do more damage, or any other sense. There's 3 columns for that. You can only fill up 1 column and a half, but if you buy like all these extra stuff, you can only fill up 2 columns and a half, which makes it kind of pointless if you're gonna give us 3 and you can't let us fill all 3. kind of makes sense in a way because it doesn't make the game too overpowered in that sort of sense. But yeah, you can also reset your skill ability, so it doesn't have to be the first column full and the second column full. It could be the second column and the third column full abilities full. It could be stuff like that. So the story behind this, you play as these new Vault Hunters fighting the guy named Handsome Jack, leader Hyperion. Earlier what I said about the enemies things. And you defeat him in a way because there's another vault. It contains a warrior. It's another creature type of boss. It's kind of like a mixture of like a lava earthlish dragon. So it's like the model is like a dragon, and the looks of it, it's like a volcano, I can say. Like it's all brown rock and just have these all volcanic lines all around it. The weak spot is in the chest because it's more vulnerable there for some reason. You kill both of them and you get to see what Handsome Jack looks like without a say, so I'm not going to spoil it there, so you can just buy the game and play it for yourself, or click any of my Borderlands videos. I'll leave all those 3 playlists down in my description if I can find them, because I made a lot of videos. So we move on from that to the pre-sequel. So yeah, it doesn't count as a third one, it counts as a pre-sequel because of how they're fitting in characters and story of how they all connect into one. But I don't know if it's going to do that in Borderlands 3, so we just have to find out. So in Borderlands The Pre Sequl, this is going to get really complicated really quick. So you play as these Vault Hunters. So let me break it down as easy as I can. Borderlands was the first Vault Hunter, so I'll put that as Vault Hunter number 1. Borderlands 2, they're the third Vault Hunters, so I'll put that as Vault Hunter 3. And the pre-sequel, the Borderlands pre-sequel Vault Hunters, those are Vault Hunters 2, so I'll just label out Vault Hunter 2, or Vault 2. So, the pre-sequel Vault Hunters 2, those are the second group before the Borderlands 2 Vault Hunters group, if you guys can grasp of what I'm saying. So you play as the Vault Hunter 2 group in Borderlands The Pre Sequl, taking the help of Handsome Jack, who was before corrupted with power and everything, that you help him find this vault. Just like any other game, the goal is always to find the vault. To find the vault and to find the vault and like all its secrets and everything. Handsome Jack, Jack, that's what his name was originally called before they gave him, or before he calls himself that. And that he like helps you, well, not helps you, like most of these you just do by yourself, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they don't add like a little bot to help you out. Won't help you out completely, but it just helps you out a lot, like a lot of some sort of sense. You go down, bot revives you, stuff like that. But you help him find the vault, and he gets corrupted more with power, and that would trigger to Borderlands. The Borderlands 2. So the pre-sequel is right, it's in the middle between Borderlands and Borderlands 2. If you guys can grasp all that dumb little information that I made. But yeah. So in those sort of sense, long story short, Handsome Jack dies, and you and the first Vault Hunters, so the Vault Hunters 1 and 2, which is Borderlands 2 and 1, they're still together. I think, yeah, one of them dies, which is Roland, and that's really about it. So Roland dies. I'm not going to tell you which one. You just gotta watch my videos, or watch someone else's, or play the game to find out, because I don't want to be a major D-bag and just spoil it, because I don't like that, even though I do that just like for a joke, not exactly like the whole thing. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So Borderlands 3, so now you got like a glimpse of what I'm basically talking about. So it won't surprise me if like Borderlands 3 is gonna be the same exact thing, but it has its own little twist to it. So like, it can still keep some of its features, like you can still have the skill-based ability when you level up. Yeah, you can level up in those games. Forgot to mention that. when you level up, you can actually fill up like a column of your skills. It could be there's 3 different skill gaps in all your columns. It could be anything, but I just don't know off the top of my head because I haven't played that game so long. But I hope that we can introduce to new 4 characters, or they're going to be nostalgic and add in the old characters, not to be playable, but just to be there, just to help you out, stuff like that. It would be so freaking dope. We could have like the OG original guys for Borderlands, and to have at least one of the members from Borderlands 2 to come with us and fight with us, or do anything to help us. That would be so freaking dope. But that's up to whoever created the game. I don't remember off the top of my head who created these 3 games, but they did an amazing job with everything that they did. That's just my opinion. But how the story would be, it would be kind of predictable if they're gonna label it as the other 3 games. You just gotta find the vault, and you gotta fight a boss, and it gives you loot, levels you up, yada yada yada. So I won't be that disappointed if if that path is still gonna go on with the 3rd or the 4th game of the series. You do the same type of concept, but I'm just really interested and fascinated about the story about it. So it could be 4 different characters. They can go on through this other path that I feel like it might. I want this like to trick us to think, hey, we're gonna find the vault, but no, we got other stuff to do that's way important than that. And maybe at the end we'll get the vault. But I want it to be like a separate thing of its own. Maybe it could be just a fight a common enemy and then find a vault, or something else. I want this to be something else besides finding the vault, to fight a boss that's gonna give you weapons and loot money, all that stuff. I kinda don't want that, but if they do, I'll just be kinda like okay-ish with it. I'll complain a little bit how it's just if they're gonna make it that predictable. But hopefully they can add in new features. There are some new features they have in Borderlands 3, like the trailer. They talked about it. I just don't remember off the top of my head, but the graphics look so cleaner. You can also be in 3rd person. I know that for 100% sure. So hopefully we can get some like third person. That's what it is. 3rd person perspective instead of 1st person, because that's where you are in all of those games, 1st person. So it would be kind of interesting to see how you travel the world with for 3rd person. And I wonder about the vehicles. Forgot to mention this too. All 3 games, you got different vehicles. And another thing to mention, those 3 games takes on different environments. So Borderlands was a normal Earth. Borderlands 2 was a Earth, but more advanced a little bit. And Borderlands The Pre Sequl, you get to go on the moon. So yeah, the vehicles on there. Borderlands 1 and 2, you got like a type of car. Borderlands 2, you got a truck. Borderlands Pre Sequl, you got these hovering boards or whatever. How do I describe this? It's kind of like a hovering motorcycle and a hovering Batmobile from Batman. That's how I could just describe those 2 vehicles. But yeah, hopefully they can just add like some sort of type of vehicle. Maybe you can give us more options. Maybe not stick with 2, but maybe like 3 or 4 to have us like viable vehicles to have. And like I hope they add in a new type of weaponry, because all the weapons are basically predictable. You got your normal standard pistol, assault rifle, machine gun, shotgun, I said sniper rifle, rocket launcher, and you got the different guns that has ice gun and ice elemental guns and Pre Sequl, and you got your normal standard elemental guns in Borderlands 1 and 2 with the whole explosives, ice, well not ice, explosive, corrosive, fire, and lightning. You got those. But it would kind of be really cool to see if they add in a new element of guns. Maybe a gun, if you shoot them once, they can instantly die, or like, I don't know. It's up to the creators of Borderlands to think how they're gonna innovate Borderlands 3. I keep saying Black Ops. I'm trying not to say Black Ops. But yeah, I hope innovation will just take on from game to game. Keep some of the aspects of the game great, and innovate something new, so it can keep the players more active and going. And I don't know, maybe they can add like something else. Maybe like, I know probably they're gonna add in co-op gameplay. It's when you or your friends can join in the game, or you can join in someone's other lobbies. So you could just type in, I think you have to type in or look for your own region. When people are in the same level base as you, you just hop in the game and just help them out with the missions. It could be during your game, so like if you have the same mission as the other game as someone else's, and you completed that game for that person, it also completes your game too. So that's kind of good to let you know that it does that. But I wonder how the progressive system and the whole inventory and the whole weaponry and shield slots are gonna be. Like shields, hopefully they can be more useful, like be more, and hopefully the vending machines won't be a pain, and Marcus that sells you guns doesn't have to be such a pain and greedy, and Dr. Zed will have better shields, stuff like that. Hopefully we can see Claptrap. Claptrap is the annoying little yellow bug. He's so cute and funny, but he's so annoying. But that's what makes him such a memorable character in the Borderlands series. He's just so annoying, and he just says stupid crap all the time, which makes him such a best character they added in Borderlands The Pre Sequl. Oops, spoiled that, but that's different. But yeah, hopefully they can just make the story pretty good, how they did for the other three. Hopefully it won't go too far off with the whole series, that we know that we're still in the same Earth, and that the wall hunters from time to time keep fighting these creatures that are in these vaults that protected whatever they have, weaponry or whatever. But hopefully they don't go too far off and just keep it what's Borderlands. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and your time. I thank you for that, for listening into my video and watching the gameplay. And yeah, my name is Innovates 239, and I'm signing off. Peace.